Today is Saturday the 15th of August, and today is the day I travel to Kent for the Festival Italia event at Brands Hatch Motor Circuit. The event is actually going to be tomorrow, but tonight I will be camping there, so I'm just ready to go straight to the show on Sunday morning because I am not a morning person at all. And although it's only just stopped raining, you can see on the roof of the car just how much rain we have had, and of course the puddles on the ground down here. It's kind of given me flashbacks to IMM last year in Bristol. Anyway, roll titles, we'll get the video underway. Ciao a tutti e benvenuti a Wolves Wheels, and I've probably just offended every single Italian to ever have lived. Now in this video I'm getting all ready and prepared and psyched up to go for a very Italian weekend away at Festival Italia in Brands Hatch. The car's already loaded up with all my camping gear, so let's head off on our journey to Brands Hatch. It's now about 8:15 in the evening. I've been here for quite a little while, as you can see by the fact I've set up my tent. I've also managed to go and get some fish and chips, which of course is very, very Italian, but yeah, it's obviously not. But we do have tomatoes in the ketchup, so I guess that counts, I suppose. But my plan for the evening basically consists of getting to know some of the other people in the campsite, chatting about cars, because, you know, car event of course, and of course the main thing, sleeping until tomorrow when all the action begins. I will say that of course, being stuck inside for 6 months due to the UK lockdown, it feels really good to be back doing car stuff, you know, and being a car person again, I have to say. Looks like it might be a nice day here at Brands Hatch after all. Suppose we might get a little bit of rain, but yeah, it seems to be okay at the minute. That said, it is about getting on for 8 o'clock now in the morning. On our campsite then we had this lovely Alfa Romeo Mito Quadrifoglio in black with a facelifted Alfa grille. Then of course you had my Panda with the bonnet up, because why not? And you had this lovely Abarths 595 Pista, which looks absolutely gorgeous in the morning sun. Oh, look at that, Pogo's made a little friend already. So above all the noise of the cars on track, Pogo is parked up just over there, and at the minute he's got a couple of Panda-y friends. So over there we've got a yellow 4x4, an electric ash Glay parked next to, and a black Panda 100 over there. So he's got a couple of friends over here. So since we're at the Fiat stand at Festival Italia, let's take a quick look to see what's over here. Got this absolutely gorgeous little Fiat Coupe. I love the blue colour. It's actually quite similar to the Mini's colour actually, isn't it? Sporty Alta exhaust on the back of this Panda 100. Very nice. A pair of Stilos. Don't see many of them these days. Big yay. The Fiat Panda 100s, so obviously mine and somebody else's. They're looking very nice. Oh, I've only just noticed he's also either painted or vinyled in the rear badge. Looks painted, this one. That's quite cool, especially with the little carbon effect. I was thinking about doing something similar and seeing that. I might do that myself actually, but with the HP on the back of mine. Little Italia thing in the back, see? I told you it was going to be on. A little 124 Paseo. Very nice. I do really quite like the 124, to be honest. Especially with the little weave basket on here, that's really cute. Punto, got to represent the everyday cars. And a 4x4. Nice little Fiat 128 Rally. Oh, that's gorgeous. Really like that. X19. Lovely colour. Must have been resprayed and probably fully restored, but it's a lovely colour. I like the tiny little indicators on the side. Yeah, that's the 128 though. Spot lamps on the front. Classic Fiat logo on the grille. I absolutely adore this colour. It really suits it. Now on the end here we've got a fairly well modified Fiat Punto. And a Maserati drives past. Over on this side of the Fiat stand we've got a collection of Abarths from the Abarths East Coast Club. Quite a lot of them really here today, especially of the 500 Abarth. We've got Tributo Ferrari. I'm not quite sure if that's a replica. Yes, it is. I do like the colour scheme of the vinyl though, that's quite nice. 500 in a sort of Kawasaki green. A very bold colour choice. Over here we've got the Fiat 500 Owners Club, representing with 4 500s. That sounds weird to say, doesn't it? But we've got 2 Abarths, one being a Pista, the other being a, quickly turns over to check, a Competizione, very nice. And then you've got a Twin Air, and I'm not quite sure what this one is, but all very clean and definitely representing 500 kites there. And that was noisy, wasn't it? Porg. So this here is the Abarth Pista of some of the guys I was on the campsite with last night. So this is Sam's. Very nice. He's definitely cleaned it up well for the event today. Loving the little red rocker cover. Very nice example of a 500 Pista. I can't remember the name of the colour. I'm sure I'll be reminded of it in a minute. Campovolo Grey is the colour. Now this was chosen on this particular car because it was the original Fiat 500 Abarth colour. So chosen by Abarth themselves in the past, obviously with the original tiny little Fiat 500 because it was the colour the Navy used, and yeah, they just had some left over, so Abarth used it. Pretty cool little fact, isn't it, really? Over here we've got a trio of Fulvias. 2 of them being the Sport S, and that being the more familiar sort of shaped Fulvia to me at least. Not a HF Integrale, but a little LX. Points for keeping it original. Let's have a look at that interior, shall we? Oh, that is gorgeous, look at that. Ignore the camera in the window. Look at that interior, it's beautiful. Alfa Romeo GTV V6 24 valve. Oh, that's an iconic shape, isn't it? Well, Alfa Romeo 2000 Spider. Little shell sticker in the window. Gorgeous little car. This little car here will be familiar to viewers of the Miller Corner YouTube channel. If you're not familiar with it, I'll put a link down below in the description. But yeah, this is the Super Seicento, powered by a 1242cc engine from a Fiat Punto, I believe. It's certainly a very nice example of a Fiat Seicento. Even more so with that chunky little steering wheel. So adorable. And we got this little one just here. Original Fiat badge on the front. Paint splattered wide rims. Oh, very nice, 14-inch rims even. Another Abarth 500. And 2 more little Seicentos. Very nice. I like the red one. I have a bit of a bias towards red. Oh, this one's a van. Lambrettas. But this one's a little van. Oh, I really like that. Sunroof. Van panel. That's really cool, actually. I found the Delta Integrales. Got a lineup of Fiat Barchettas down here. You'll notice they're all left-hand drive, and no, none of these are imports as far as I'm aware. They were just sold over here in left-hand drive. Probably because Fiat were just a bit too lazy to change them over to right-hand drive for this market, but whatever, they're still absolutely gorgeous little cars. We will head further on down in a moment. But first, we got all these to still look at. So over here, the old Quattroporte, still quite a nice shape, even by today's standard, I think at least. And you got Ghibli, oh look, Italian tricolore inside the grille. Another Ghibli. Gran Turismo, Gran Turismo, Gran Turismo, I believe. Older one, I could be wrong. Possibly just a Turismo. I'm not that familiar with my Maseratis. It's definitely a Gran Turismo. Yeah, look at all of them. Lamborghini Tunbridge Wells are here representing with this lovely blue Huracan Spider and a Urus. Very orange, yellow, green, yellow. Lamborghini certainly have some bold colour choices, don't they? Blue, ooh, that's beautiful. The lineup of Breras just here. Now Lancia Delta, now that's quite rare to see in the UK, especially in the newer body shape. Usually over here they are branded as a Chrysler. In fact, actually, there's a chap who goes by the YouTube name of Lloyd Vehicle Consulting who reviewed the Chrysler Delta about, must have been just over a year ago now. I fully recommend you check out his review of that. I'll put a link down to his channel in the description below. I have to do some research on what this one is. Very cool. Fiat 131 Mirafiori CL. Certainly very classic Italian box shape, isn't it? But it pulls it off really very well. I love the way the door mirrors just hang on the doors. A Fiat 127 GT Sport with a 5-speed box. I actually fired this one in here. It looks pretty damn cool actually. Love the little detail of the spare wheel being kept in the engine. Cheers. Fiat Bravo Trofeo. At least it's got a Trofeo sticker on it. I'm not sure whether it is genuinely one. Either way, it looks very cool. I'm guessing by the alloys that it is genuine. And this one here has got Johnny Bravo on the back. So it's even more Bravo-y. More Delta Integrales. I really like this one with the Martini Racing spoiler on it. Tiny little Stratos. Great little cars, these. No sound on this video footage, but next to the Stratos we have a Beta Coupe and a Fulvio with yellow lights. Of course you can't have an Italian car event without a collection of Ferraris turning up.
With a time he's just gone quicker. George Osborne in the 34 car at the moment.
Well, Osborne's just set a lap time 56 seconds. He's brought that down to within 4 tenths. It's pretty close between the two of them, but yeah, great lap to Hill.
And there's what some of you may not have been expecting to see in third place at the moment. Car number 22, Chris McPhee, in one of those grey and luminous yellow Fiat Panda.
Yeah, that is interesting because I'm not seeing Simon Speed on the timing sheet, but
Little Ferrari Dino just down here. And very nice in this sort of metallic-y blue colour, especially those big chunky wheels. Or Ferrari Scaglietti. Don't see many of those anymore either. On this little Mito, Italian tricolore stripe, sort of sun strip. A man after my own heart, it would seem. Cool. Look at this. Alfa Romeo 75. I love the boxy shape of these actually. Little rear wiper delete and gold wheels on this 145 Quadrifoglio. This guy's winning at life, especially with the Recaro seats and Sparco steering wheel. This must be a little race car. Awesome. Having a look at this, is this an Alfa Romeo, I wonder? It's rather awesome and blue as well, so extra points for blueness. I like blue. Another 145 Quadrifoglio. Little lineup of Fiat Coupes. This champ's got a little racing prop for the bonnet. That's pretty awesome. As well as that, I love the way that the whole bonnet comes up so you've got access to the whole engine bay. That's really cool. Abarths 500 in Gulf colours. Very nice indeed. He's even got a little replica of his car in the dashboard. Extra credits there as well. And a stitch Funko Pop vinyl. Somebody's clearly a fan of Valentino Rossi and his Yamaha. Although this is of course an Abarths 500. Still a cool feature though. That's what's really good about an event like this. You've got so many cars of many different brands all representing and just here for the one thing. Fun. That's rather gorgeous, isn't it? Ooh. I like the wheel choice on this Mito. Very nice. Another Abarths 124 Spider and Abarths 500 with a cute little spider in between. Another Mito. Quite like the look at this, especially with the angry eyebrows. Look at those. Don't think I've ever seen one of these in the metal before. Apparently, this one belongs to a chap called Steve. Still a very bright colour on a 500 Abarths. Little tiny Alfa Romeo Junior here. That's Junior as in like JR. Oh look, I've only just noticed the glass over the headlights. That's different. Very narrow car. When I say it's narrow, it is really narrow. It looks almost disproportionate, but in a really cool way. I love the classic little Alfa Romeo writing on the back. Look at it actually, I think this may be my car of the show personally. Look at that interior. Ooh. Beautiful in there, isn't it? Apart from the little bag, but yeah, it's a car, it's going to have bags in it, isn't it? Something we don't get to see in the UK that often. The old Fiat 500 next to the new 500, and the thing is, both of these are the Abarths version as well, so that makes it even more special. But what I always find surprising about it is the fact that the old 500 is really tiny. Especially next to the newer 500. I mean, just look. Tiny. Large. And the 500 nowadays is considered a really small car. But then again, I've got the Panda 100 and that looks massive next to the Mini. Yellow spots for the win. Someone's a fan of the Pixar movie Cars. I've changed my mind. This may well be my car of the show alongside the little Alfa Junior Z. I just love them both. They're adorable. Fiat 500 Gardeniera running some serious positive camber on this wheel. This one's been converted into a van, presumably from an estate. Let's have a look through the window. Yes, it was the estate Gardeniera, but they've just put van panels in the back. Positive camber on this wheel as well. I can only imagine it's running the positive camber because of having stuff in the back. I mean, it's empty at the minute, but I can imagine it's full of stuff. It'll push down the back and it might straighten the wheels out. Not entirely sure, but that's my guess. Something over here has attracted my eye. Can you guess what it is yet? Guess what it is yet? Go on, have a guess. That's right, it's this engine bay cover. Look at that. It's got a similar hose to mine. It's not for induction though, I don't think. We've come on down here then, and so far we've met some Aprilia motorcycles. Look rather good. And some Ducatis just parked over there. More Aprilia and Ducati. Plenty of bikes. But also this little show car Ferrari one. I can only assume based around Schumacher's car. Certainly very cool. Loving the steering wheel. Not only that, but the little track map of Spa as well. Mighty spec on this Ferrari 488. Nice thing. So this here is a Alfa Romeo Giulietta Sprint, styled by Bertoni. Lovely little engine bay. Now this one here has been restored by a company called Auto Stilo, who do Alfa Romeo restoration, servicing, repairs and things like that. They're a specialist for Alfa Romeos basically. They've done a cracking job on this one, it has to be said. Ooh, shiny. And yet plenty more Abarth 500s. Seems to be quite a lot of these here today. More over the back and at the front.
Right.
Unfortunately, this clip here had to be muted due to copyrighted music playing in the background, but as well as obviously a load of Italian cars turning up for this event, you had Italian bikes and scooters and things as well. So over in this corner you had the little mod section with the Piaggio Vespas and the Innocenti Lambrettas. And in case you're wondering about the t-shirt, yes, that is a Fiat Panda 100 horsepower on it, representing the Pandas today, obviously. And this design was done by a chap called Jackson Lee, and this is for sale on eBay for £20. Not that I'm being sponsored or anything, I just think it's a good t-shirt. Certainly suits me well, I think. A little smart car snuck in, pretending to be an Italian. Pretending to be a Ferrari F1 show car. Of course I do realise it's not actually a Ferrari F1 show car, no, it's with that. It's basically that little one's plus one. Funny considering it's called the 4.2, isn't it? By this point it was lunchtime and I was pretty hungry, so I bought some food and joined some friends I'd made in the Fiat 500 Owners Club to watch some of the on-track action.
Car has now jumped up. What does that put him into?
Wally had to get the car fixed and repaired. Got the start, they made the start, and then the car along clearly. Down and there's nowhere for him to go other than to try and slow down behind.
It has now started raining, however the on-track action is still going ahead, so what I've done quite cleverly is I've turned the car a little bit around and I've now got a front row seat of the track, as you can see. Oh, you might be able to just see one car. There we go. Because it's rather wet and dismal here, I mean there's a thunderstorm probably about 5, 6, 7 miles away, something like that roughly. I mean it's starting to brighten up a bit over there. But because it's so wet here at the minute, everybody else has got the same idea and we're all facing the track watching the on-track action. So we've got a Punto Abarth next to us. Obviously we're in the Panda. 500 Abarth and another Punto Abarth. and several more 500 Abarths, because this is the Southeast Abarth Club, I believe.
Won't get to go out as simple as that. So if you are intending to go, get your bikes by 3:55. That of course is in the display area.
The rain has stopped, and this little Ferrari race is about to get underway. Lamborghini Coach car comes in.
Not really lined up 2 by 2.
People walk
Now
across.
they're sort of getting themselves into those positions. Martin gets alongside the number 7 car, James Little. Here we go. The red lights are still on. They're not building up speed yet. The lights ablaze on the car. Lights.
It's about 4:05, and the rain has now obviously fully stopped. The event's suddenly gotten a lot quieter. I've moved the Panda over there from looking at the track. Hoping to maybe try and get all the Panda 100s together for the parade lap later on, depending on obviously who's staying and who's going to go home before then. But funnily enough, another Panda 100 has joined us, so that's 4 here now. 2 in the grey, 1 in the black, and obviously mine in the red. Who would know? I still can't get over just how small the old 500 is next to the newer ones. It's like a shoe. Yeah, it's a bit loud. So seeing the cars going on track, it is now our turn. That's a lot of cars. And now we're on the track. Wow, this is steep. If you think I'm not going to go out onto the rumble strips, you're wrong, because I totally am. This is awesome. I love it. Bear in mind this is only a parade lap. It's not exactly going flat out. Come on, Stratus. Oh, this is fun. There's the pit entrance. This is so cool. I love this event. I love the people. I love the cars. I'm going to come back here again, definitely. 100% coming back. It really is steep, Paddock Hill. Come on, get going, little Fiat. A bit of fun.
As the sun began to set over Kent and the event came to a close, I began to reflect on the time I'd spent there. Festival Italia 2020 was one heck of an experience, and not one I honestly thought I'd see after March with all the lockdown advice being given at the time. But the team behind Festival Italia, and the staff of course at Brands Hatch who made this event happen under such circumstances, they did an absolutely fantastic job. You had the sheer amount of brand variety, car types, classics, supercars, sports cars, cars built specifically to be shown at events like this, and of course the daily drives. They were all there for one reason: to celebrate Italian car kind. The Italian car community is well known globally for its passion towards cars of any Italian brand, and that really stood out here. But of course, as with most things, the people made the event fantastic. Everyone I spoke to throughout the day was extremely excited to tell me all about the changes they'd done, and of course the changes they were planning to make to their cars to make them even better. The atmosphere over the weekend was just electric. I went to the event not knowing anyone there. I just went for a weekend of car-based fun, and I seriously wasn't disappointed. And, to top it off as well,
I came away knowing there were people that I met over that particular weekend who I can now call friends. The 3 parade laps around the Brands Hatch Indy circuit were just the icing on the cake, the cherry on top, the best possible way to top off an amazing day of car show action, and it's an experience I'll absolutely never forget. Being surrounded by all those people who were there to celebrate their Italian cars was just the best experience, and I will 100% be back at Brands Hatch for future Festival Italia shows. I'm going to call my Festival Italia video here because that is it. All we've got to do now is put the tent away and you don't really need to see that. So, grazie mille for watching. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Remember to please consider leaving a like, comment down below if you really wish to, and subscribe for plenty more videos like this in the future to come. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.